Today's guest is a man who knows how to turn potential into performance. Baiju Solanki is a TEDx speaker, author of Change Your Game and Play Your Game, and the founder of Inspirit Global. With a background in psychology, education, and business, he's worked with leaders and entrepreneurs worldwide to help them break mental barriers and achieve their version of success. But Baiju's story isn't just about business. It's about mindset, self-belief, and the moment he realized he was living for someone else's goals. In this episode, we talk about letting go of other people's timelines, building a belief to back yourself, and why the way you think is the foundation for everything in life. Let's get into it. This episode of the GHH podcast is brought to you by My Workplace Wellness. Yes, Baiju, thank you for being here.
No, thanks for inviting me, man. Really looking forward to it.
Perfect. First of all, for those who don't know you, tell us a bit about yourself, please.
Those who don't know me, I'm a performance psychologist. What does that mean? It means I used to be a psychology lecturer many years ago. I did sports psychology, but now my whole life is all about helping individuals unleash their own potential, because we don't know how good we are. I don't know how good I am, but others can see it. So that's essentially what I do. I'm an author, speaker, coach, ex-husband, father, boyfriend.
Loads of titles, loads of hats.
We all got loads of vehicles.
So let's get back to your beginning and your journey.
Yeah.
How did you get to the point of becoming a performance psychologist?
So this goes way back.
We're talking childhood, though. We're starting from childhood.
Absolutely. You know, growing up in an Asian household, there's only, you're growing up thinking, I don't think I had any choices, because the only choices growing up, you go to school. Again, I was born here, but first generation. Mm-hmm. But I was born in London, but I grew up in Southend. And Southend, apart from me, the only other coloured thing was chocolate. There was nothing else coloured, right?
Yeah.
So my dad was a civil servant, so he got transferred to Southend. So we're growing up in a society where just white people, which is all fine. It was all fine. Mm-hmm. So growing up, there's racism as you have, but the way I said, no, I'll make them right. I'm in their country. It's really weird. That's how I coped with it. Anyway, but growing up within the family, it was a question of, well, there's only 5 jobs I can have: doctor, pharmacist, engineer, accountant, and shopkeeper.
By force.
By force. Not even by force, because you think that's just it.
Yeah.
Because it's not like force means I thought I had another choice. No, there weren't no other choices. That was it. And I remember I was telling this story whereby I wasn't like a part of the cool gang, right? And I wasn't a nerd. I wasn't an A-grade
So where did you sit? If you're not cool, you're not a nerd. Where you sit?
Fucking in-betweener. Right, can I swear? I don't know. Can I swear?
Okay, you can do whatever you want.
Those in-betweeners before it was a fucking in-betweener, right?
Yeah.
I was in between the in-between. I was in the gap. When you're in the gap, you'd not noticed.
And for context, we're in Southend with nothing but white people and a random Asian boy.
Well, there's a few splatterings here and there. Yeah, but not to the extent.
Did you manage to fit into an Asian group of friends or no?
There wasn't a group of friends to fit into.
Okay.
It wasn't like, oh, there's a group over there. There ain't none. Yeah. It's sporadic. It's even now. If you go to Southend, there's a bigger culture there. But growing up in the 70s and 80s, nothing. Anyway, so growing up in that world, you're just exposed to your relatives and families, and everybody's son don't want to be a doctor, engineer. So I'm like, I got no chance here. So, and I wasn't a grade student, and I managed to get 2 E's in my A levels. And I don't
proud
know
of yourself.
Okay, well, proud, yeah, fucking hell, proud. But I don't know how I got those.
What subjects?
Physics and maths.
Cool.
It should have been free, but I dropped out of economics. So look, no connection. I had no idea about psychology then. And then I went through clearing and I got into Greenwich University. It was then Thames Polytechnic, to do a maths, stats, computing degree. So I thought maths, accounting, I'm sure. I had no idea.
I'm getting to something.
Something, right? Anyway, 3-4 months in, I'm thinking, I've got no idea what they're talking about, integers and this and that. And I remember, it was coming up to Christmas first year. I was in the library, and there was a book, and I picked this book up, and I read the book cover to cover, and I thought, this is the first book out of my own choice that I read, and it was a book on body language by Alan Pease, and it was all about body language, about how gestures mean this and that, and I was fascinated. I thought, wow. So then I found another book on psychology, and it's about just like again, about body language, about tonality and this and how the mind. And I thought, oh my God, it's the first thing in my life that I found an interest in outside of sport.
Off of your own back as well.
Off of my own back, man. Off of my own back. So I went to my tutor. I said, I want to do a psychology degree. And they said, look, if you transfer onto another degree without finishing your current one, you've got fees to pay and all this sort of stuff, right? So I thought, oh, what do? I don't want to spend another 3 years doing this. And they said, look, and this was like halfway through my first year. And I said, look, transfer to the H&D because you've got one more year because the first year is common. And then, you'll be deemed to finish a course. And then if you go to another thing, you will get your fees.
Okay.
So I did that. I transferred, didn't tell my parents, transferred because they thought I was still a second year. I then applied without telling them to London Guildhall City University to do a psychology degree. And I got a conditional offer based on me passing this. That was great. I told my parents that Easter before the second year, I said, oh, by the way, I've done another degree. And what? What are you doing? What is this? What is this? Anyway, I told them, and my mum said to me, so psychology, what job can you get with that? I gave her the worst possible answer. I don't know. So you can do a degree
with no purpose.
With no purpose and no job because they couldn't fit it into doctor, accountant. So that was it. So then that's how I got into psychology, and I loved it. And I did a degree. I did my master's in sports psychology. And my first job, I remember I graduated, and my first job was as a psychology lecturer, part-time psychology lecturer at my local college. Mm-hmm. They gave me like 6 hours a week or something. And then it was like 14 quid an hour. I thought, I'm not freaking, I'm right. But that's 14 contact hours, teaching hours. I didn't realize the 20 hours of prep I got to do for each lesson. So that's how I got in psychology.
Mm-hmm. And enjoyed it ever since?
I've not looked back.
What's your best memory, your best teaching memory, or your best client that you've had, if there's such a thing?
Well, you got two things, right? Because I did my psychology degree, so I became a psychology lecturer. Mm-hmm. I did that for 4 years. I wanted to be a sports psychologist. I did my master's, and then for 1 year I did it. But I had a young family, so my second child was born. Mm-hmm. So this was in 99, 2000, and no, 98. Sorry, 98. And it was really then, even now, sports psychology, it's not, it's common, but then it was like still a pseudoscience. You have a physiotherapist, you've got like a doctor, but psychologist, what do you need all that mind shit for, right? So it was really hard to get a job. So I had to get a job. So I went into sales. I went into corporate sales. So I went into a media company. Mm-hmm. I left teaching. I did corporate sales. I only wanted to be there for a couple of years, but the money was great. I travelled everywhere, right? I thought, this is easy. And I was dealing with educational institutions selling marketing campaigns. Okay. So I had a young child. I thought, I'll do this a couple of years and see how it goes. Ended up being there 9 years. And towards the end of those 9 years, this is how I left to start my own business. I thought, I'm earning good money, I'm traveling, but I feel empty.
Not fulfilled.
Not fulfilled, man. Not fulfilled at all. But I talked a good game for 5 years. I keep giving all that, right? I did a coaching qualification in 2001. I was the second ever cohort in the UK because coaching started entering the UK around 2000. Mm-hmm. I remember this coaching academy did the course. I did the course, a weekend course, like Monday to Friday, whatever. Yeah. Sorry, Friday to Monday, and then I got qualified as a coach. I thought all it gave me is certificate, but a practical application to with the psychology knowledge. Because psychology is quite a dry subject. It's not very practical. You have to do other stuff. So coaching gave me a practical way to apply what I knew. So that was great. But I talked a good game for 5 years. I'm going to do this. I did nothing. I gave all excuses. And the turning point came in 2006. I was in New York. And I was about to close this big deal. I was working with New York University, one of my clients. Anyway, closed this deal. It was like I earned commission telephone figures, right? Uh-huh. Unreal. So I phoned. This is when we had fax machines. I phoned the London office. They went, I got a deal, faxed the deal over, signed, great. And what we used to do is they used to pay on order, not on money in, and you'd get 70% of your commission based on order. Uh-huh. They did that throughout the thing. So they thought, you got a deal, give them the reward straight away. Oh. So I remember.
Wish that would happen today.
Yeah, no, and we got paid weekly by check. Yeah. Right. So I remember I was sitting in the hotel, knew this was a lot of money, and I sat down and about 3 seconds ecstatic, and I thought, is this it? Is this my life? I'm like 36. I'm sitting there. I've earned good money, but I feel empty. Do I want to get to 65, 70 thinking, yeah, I've earned a lot of money, but I've not fulfilled my thing. So from the plane from New York to London, I wrote down all the reasons I hadn't taken this jump to start my business, right? All excuses.
What was the main one?
Yeah, so what happened was there was one valid one. All the others, or not good enough, or the market's not right, or no one's going to buy me, or all these bullshit ones, right? But it was one, actually, it said finances. If I had left my job then and started a business with no plan, I'd go from the frying pan into the fire. I don't want to get to a point where 3 months in, oh, fuck, I can't earn money.
Yeah.
I remember speaking to a couple of business mentors, and they said, depend on your level of risk averse. I ask this question to people who want to leave their job and start a business, is how you need 6 to 24 months put away, right? Any more, the cushion's too big. I
think so.
Because if you've got more than 2 years, you haven't got the drive to go out there. It's too comfortable. Less than 6 months, it's too much stress to chase money. So depending on your risk averseness, have between 6 and 24 months. So I thought, fuck it, 6 months. So I did a bit of property. So I bought and sold 2 or 3 properties and made money on purchase below market value sort of statistics. So I did all that. And that trip in New York was 2007 February. I left October 2007. So I said to myself, right, as soon as I have this amount in my bank account,
I'm good to go.
I'm going to leave. So I wrote my resignation letter, had it there, right, good to go. And remember, the solicitor phoned me, right, property about to exchange, blah, blah, blah. Money's been transferred. Saw the money. Couldn't get on the app now. He had to tell me the money's been transferred. I literally walked into the office and handed my notice in. And that was October 2007, October the 14th. Not that I remember the date. And I haven't looked back.
But then, a question that I always think of, which might not cross everyone else's mind, but is, as I don't want to use the word coach full stop, but any form of coach, right? When do you, or how do you get to that point that you have the confidence within yourself to believe that I can coach anyone?
It's not coaching anyone. It's about not whether you can coach anyone. It's believing in yourself. But it's always a journey. If someone says, I've arrived, that in itself tell me you haven't.
But say they've got a certain amount of wealth. So he's got this much wealth and you've got this much wealth. Is it based upon...
That's nothing to do with wealth. It's nothing to do with anything. It's to do with where they're at. And as a coach, as a psychologist, you've got the toolbox. Like, you like say, like someone's a car mechanic. Or what point can you mend a car? Well, I've always meant Fiats and Fords. Can you mend a Mercedes? Well, yeah, I've not mend one, but I know enough about it.
I know the basics
I can adapt.
of it.
Yeah. So it's the same sort of thing. And, end of the day, at its core, every human's issue comes down to they don't believe they're enough. They can strip it down to everything else. And it manifests in different ways.
No matter how confident.
Doesn't matter how everybody has this thing. Now the level, now is about I'm not enough, and then they have things to prove it. I am enough because I've got the money. I have enough because I've got a great relationship. I've got the car. So these are evidence I am enough. But then you get to the core. I've worked with CEOs, highly successful materially, not successful materially, highly attuned spiritually, but have nothing. Right. The correlation in terms of end of the day, if they don't feel good enough, doesn't matter what material you have, that's going to eat them away.
But good enough in what sense? Like, what can be eating someone away with who's amassed a great deal of success? You've got the family. Just a few things. You've got the family. You've got the money.
If you think that people have... I've spoken to people and I've worked with people who, on the outside, you think they've got their shit together. They've got the partner, they've got the wealth, they've got this to it. Are you happy? 95% of the time, no, not really. What makes you happy? Because they haven't got this. The definition of wealth is the amount of things you have that money can't buy.
Health.
Yeah, that's what. If you got your health, everything matters. If you haven't got your health, nothing matters.
100%.
So in terms of this, like, what gives you the qualification to coach anyone? It's a redundant question, because it's like, well, it's not about whether you can or not. It's like, what's the issue and whether the individual in front of you can do it. It's like you've got a gynecologist or a doctor there.
You'll look into that person in the correct way.
Yeah.
And the person actually has to be open. The reason I said it is because they have to be open to receive. So if I've actually come to you in the first place, I'm open to receive, right? You don't sell to me. I generally would come to you, which means at some level, I've kind of thought to myself, I need help here. Or does it work in instances where you may approach me and say, I believe I can take you from here to here? That's the outlook that I'm looking at it on. Do you get what I mean?
Yeah, so then you say, okay, is someone coachable, right?
Yeah.
And if they believe, well, it's not about the individual take you there. Do you believe there's more in you? And so let me ask you a question. Tell me something that you know that you know a real good amount about a subject area or a thing, music or thing or anything. I know about this. Like, what would your subject or mastermind be?
Oh, music.
Music, perfect, right?
Yeah.
Tell me something you don't know. You know about it, but you don't know about it. Say about technology, right? You know.
Okay. AI. I know about AI, but I don't know that much
exactly.
about AI.
Tell me something you know you don't know. You don't know you don't know.
We've done this already, so you can't
Whoa, they weren't listening. Tell me something you don't know you don't know.
You can't.
Exactly.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
the perception of thinking, well, there's nothing more I need to know, comes from a place of, well, you don't know what you don't know. I don't know what I don't know. So the only way I know is someone's going to be asking me a question from a different perspective. Oh, I never saw it that way. Oh, okay. There was a program, there's a thing called Human on TV the other day, and they said there's probably 78% of what exists in the ocean, humans don't even know exist because it's so deep down there. And we're arrogant enough to think we know everything on the universe or in the earth. We have 5 senses. Do you have pets?
Nah,
I don't have pets,
not
right?
that guy, no.
But you heard stories where sometimes pets, dogs and cats sense something that we can't.
Yeah.
So that's a different sense. So we're thinking that we can experience everything in this world through our 5 senses. That in itself is arrogant.
Another one. If you was to coach me, I haven't gone by any of my questions, so I should just
Go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
If you was to coach me or coach somebody, is it in like a process? So is there a beginning, middle, and an end, or do you see your style of coaching as something that will be ongoing or lifelong?
Again, it's not a question of lifelong. It's like, there's always, it's like, what does good look like? Sometimes you want to coach people. They want to be coached for a tangible outcome. Get me to earning 10K a month to 50K a month. It's a tangible outcome. Then it's like, what are the things you need to be in place? There's elements of mindset in a game, right? Do you have a belief system? Do you have a being that you can create that? Then there's the game plan. What's the strategies that you need to put in place? And then you've got the outer game, which is the actions, right? So there's 3 elements of the game that we play.
Yeah.
And at any given point, the game will hinder you or serve you. And when you're coaching someone, what point is not so? Oh, the strategy is not right. Oh, it's very, well, how do you get an email address? Well, create a website, create a funnel, get a good enough offer, and they'll give you the email. Very simple, right? But then you say, well, why a lot of people don't do the thing? Well, maybe I don't believe I'm good enough, or I'm not sure they'll like my offer. So it's all linked around. So it's not a question of whether the coaching is ongoing. It's what's the thing that you want to achieve, and would some sort of questioning or perspective differentiation can get you there. Sometimes it does, sometimes it doesn't.
And at what point do you look at your client and say, okay, something's clicked here?
When you see the bum shift moment, they go, fuck. They go like that. Really?
Yeah.
Or they go, I look for the stillness. When I'm speaking, people say, let's look for the nods. Yeah. I look for the point where they go, it's the stillness. I look for the stillness, and then you got them.
You've had success in business, speaking, and coaching, yeah? But what made you initially pivot into helping people with mindset?
The thing is, mindset is just a tool. It's not a question of my helping people with mindset. Is that as a psychologist, everything starts from the mind, what you think, right? So it's not a question of pivoting. When I started coaching, it's like, okay, where's my strength? My strength lies in seeing what behaviors, what language, what thought process people use that hinder them. So I can speak to someone, and based on the language, I can see what's stopping them through their semantics.
What's stopping me?
Huh?
What's stopping
I
me?
haven't talked to you enough. What's
We're
stopping you?
talking right now.
Yeah.
Go on.
Well, there's nothing. I don't know what you're trying to get to.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying?
Let's say I'm trying to be... This is tangible. Oh, when you start thinking of a goal, it's hard, right? I think my thing right now is I want to be in my best shape, my best mindset.
Okay.
By the age of 40, I've got 3 years to go now.
So what's going on?
It's not going too bad.
Cool then. You're on target?
I think so.
Well, how would you know?
Because I'm seeing a shift within myself.
So how will you know if it moves from think so to know every day?
By obviously checking against goals, right?
Yeah, exactly. So you have a measure. So you might be body fat. You might have weight. you might have in terms of how many reps you can do a
Yeah,
certain
but see
thing.
that one's hard because body fat be going up and down.
Yeah, so the thing is, right, when people are uneducated, they look at, the body fat. But then when you understand the macros, when you understand the body fat, when you understand everything in the context of water retention and that, then you know what good looks like.
Yeah.
Then you'll know, I did a big transformation 5 years ago. I lost 20 kilos over 10 months. Went to the whole photo shoot.
20 kilos?
20 kilos, yeah. I did a whole... So I lost, and again, through not change, I didn't eliminate any foods. It was just basically portion control. I only did weights and walking. That was it. I lost 20 kilos from January 2018. I was 86 kilos. I went down to 66 kilos in October.
In 10 months.
10 months.
To let everyone know, we're going
did
to
a whole-
package this and we're going to be selling this
I did a whole
from next week.
I did a whole photo shoot and everything
20 kgs.
in 10 months.
And you're not selling it online?
That's not my game. I'm not a PT.
I'm going to sell it online. Just let everyone know. I want to have a fitness plan out next week. Thank you.
But you can put the why do you put this podcast? You put the picture up and see the before and after.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I lost, and I did that because I looked at my life and I thought my life looks very ordinary. That's fucking like...
No, all right. Ordinary. Let's unpack ordinary. So you had money.
Yeah, but not to the point whereby I could retire.
Not fuck you money.
No.
But okay, man.
I'd fuck me money. He's fucking me up.
All right. So, so you was okay.
Okay, but nothing.
Stable.
No. So it's ordinary, meaning I wasn't like any health issues. But I looked like what I call then an Indian fucking shopkeeper, right? No offense to Indian shopkeepers,
Yeah.
but you know what you like, right? Yeah. Okay, right? You just sort of there, a bit of a belly, there, and all the rest of it. But I'm like, I'm not having that. I was 48, and I looked at my life, and I was 2 years after my divorce, 2.5 years. Business was okay. Life was okay. I thought, if I were to label it, is it shit? No. Is it extraordinary? No. Is it ordinary? Okay, no, that's worse.
Ordinary's a terrible
Oh,
word.
it's like vanilla.
Yeah, that is terrible.
It's like fucking,
yeah.
You're a 5 out of 10. Who's the fuck gonna be a 5 out of 10? So I thought, what's the thing I have complete control over?
Your body.
What I put in my gob and how much I move. Right. So I found that I joined a course and stuff, all the rest of it, and they said, and they were really good. They said, look, we do your meal plan, but tell us what food you like. We'll create a meal plan based on those foods. We don't eliminate any foods, don't eliminate carbs or anything. We just, based on that, portion control. There's three things. Eliminate snacks. I had no snacking. Calorie control, calorie deficit, portion control, and weights. And that was it. And the only cardio was walking 10,000 steps a day. Did that religiously. So I lost 10 kilos really quickly over 3 months. So from January, February, March, end of March thing. I thought, this is good. I'm all right. Look good shape. What was really fascinating is the response I got from people, both men and women, right? Men were like, oh, Paige, fucking hell.
Yeah.
What's happening? You all right? You've been on some diet? I said, no, just, whatever.
Little press up here and there.
And then the females are like, hello, Paige. Oh, hello, Paige. Oh, hello, you're different. Like this, right? But what they were fascinated with, they weren't attracted to the body. They were attracted to the discipline. And this is the premise of all my coaching. What's the person I like to become for that to be possible? Right? Before the transformation, I used to go gym.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, but through a tick box of not feeling guilty. I've been to the gym.
I get what you mean. Yeah.
I've been to the gym. I've done my thing. Right? I can reward myself with a Big Mac now. Right? Because someone told me calories, when you eat in a car, calories don't count.
It's a good one.
That's a good one, right? Because when but after during my transformation, I am now a gym goer. So a gym goer has no excuses not to go. Do you get what I'm saying? So I was religious. Now, I go gym for 6 days a week, 4 days weights and two cardio, and then the breakfast and the portion control. So I lost that, and I thought I felt good. My energy was up. People looked at me. We live in this world that aesthetics count, right? It's unfortunate. It is what it is, right? And all of a sudden, the world saw me differently, whereby and my business increased. And reason why is my whole philosophy is called change your game, right? And people saw a physical manifestation in how I changed my game, right? Because they knew, everybody knows when someone does a physical transformation, they know it's 80% mindset. They don't want to believe it. Oh, give me
definitely is.
Yeah, there is. But people who don't religiously keep fit, they think, oh, just give me the plan, tell me what to go to the gym. But it doesn't work because
days when you can't be bothered to go to gym.
Exactly. So I don't go gym when I feel like it. I go gym full stop.
Yeah.
That's it, right? 80% of the time I don't feel like it, but that's not the point, because I'm not. My identity is now someone who's health conscious and does the things. Make sense? So if you want to go back to the premise of my coaching, I said the thing that you're saying is not congruent with the identity that you want to create. So that's why I call them out. I'm doing this. I think so. Yeah, I'm trying. Well, that's incongruent. Would you hear Muhammad Ali say, well, I'm trying to knock him out? I can't have a word of use. Would you hear Mike Tyson say that? Would you hear
I'm going to knock him out.
Lewis Hamilton? Would you hear? Think of the words that elite sports people use. It's not trying, I'm getting there, work in progress, as soon as possible. They don't use these blancmange words. They're flimsy words that we use in society, that are not defined.
And that's actually true. Because when people, how you doing? I'm getting there.
Yeah, getting where? Getting where? Why don't you just step over and get there? I'm work in progress. What does that mean? I see how it goes. See what goes. It's gone, mate. All these words they use and phrases. Yeah, I call them blancmange.
When did you realise though that your mindset was holding you back?
About 5 minutes ago. Every day it does. Every day you have to work at it. And someone says to me, "It doesn't hold me back no more." 10
but I want to get to a point where it doesn't hold me back no more.
Well, there's levels, isn't there? Because if you're saying I'm good now, okay, well, you're settled. Doesn't matter how high you are. Do you think Elon Musk sits there and think I'm sorted? You're joking. Every day is like, what's the next? Because what's the thing that's not progressing? It's not a question of, does it hold me back? Is this thought process serving this in my moment? And it's oscillating. It's a moving target. It's not static. It's constantly moving. So to ask the question, when's the point your mindset holds you back? Well, this mindset wasn't available to me 10 years ago, right? And what I could achieve 10 years ago, I couldn't achieve now. Sometimes it's instantaneous, right? It's fine. But it's a fluid. It's like a river. Mindset is like what Bruce Lee said. It's like water. It just flows, right? The key to what I say to yourself is when we talk about growth mindset is a lot of people, is the way you thinking today similar to 5 years ago? So you haven't lived 5 years. You've lived 1 year 5 times. That's the difference. So I look at someone's life, I say, well, the way you're thinking about life, the way you're thinking about your business, your career, the language you're using is no different to 5 years ago. So you might think, oh, yeah, you've got time, got this, got that, but your language is not evolved. So I can just tell by talking to you. I can tell by the actions you take. And a lot of people, their values, what they talk about is not aligned with their values. And that's how easy it is. And then it's about, right, do they want to admit it? Do they want to go there? No, don't. I'm okay. Wrong time. We don't understand. Yeah, whatever.
Have you had a clash like that?
But it's not a clash. I only ever case if I'm pushing. I never push.
You don't push?
No. What's it? If they want it, then fine. Let's talk about it. Right, let's go there. But if you keep resisting and butting, I'm not interested. Why would I be interested in you butting me? Why are you hiding me for?
Let's butt until I break. And then you have your breakthrough.
There's context to it. There's context to it, right? It's like, then it's what you're resisting. You might be resisting the thing as opposed to the action. And I get that. Yeah, I get that. There's a process there. But in the principle of they're consistently butting, it's like, where are you going with that?
I think I've got a good mindset.
It's not a question of a good or bad mindset. It's just, does the mindset right now serve you?
Yeah.
Then that's great. Then it's about levels. And then you might say, Derick, right, okay, where I want to go, it's serving me. What's the one bit that does hold me back? Okay, what's the inquiry now? What's a great question I can ask myself that will give me another progress?
So realistically, the best time to not question my mindset, say I've got a goal that I want to achieve, right? And this mindset's going to take me to, let's say you're at 10 to 50K, whatever. You've hit the 50K now. You then analyze your mindset to say, is this mindset that I currently have going to take me from 50 to 100? Or what do I need to tweak within that to get to that next?
But the context might be not be mindset. It might be linked to some action strategy, the people around you. And everything affects that. It's not a question of it's independent. Because your mindset, sometimes it's a belief system, but also there's people out there I know who've achieved extreme success, whether it's wealth or otherwise, who has a terrible growth mindset. But they've been their hustle culture, the way they leverage other people, the way they understand. So it's not a question of one kind of mindset achieves. It's the context of then how you use that to create a strategy. How he used that to, like Usain Bolt, for example, he comes from the place whereby I know I'm the best. It's now just a question of doing it. Ewan McGregor said this, right? The prize fighter. He said, I knew at 6 years old I was a world champion. What I need to do now is get the belts to prove to the world I am. I don't need the belts. That's what he said. I don't need the belts.
I already knew I was great.
There you go. Right? So you operate that way. Now, for some people, oh, that's right, arrogant. Now, it's only arrogant if you can't back it up. Right? If you can back it up, you got to take your hands up to you. You know, whether you like. I mentioned the actor, the boxer, or the fighter, right? But he backed it up. He won. You know, he became world champion. So
No longer arrogant. He's just confident.
exactly. The difference in arrogance and confidence is arrogance is that there's a way of being without having evidence to back it up. Right? And sometimes there's a fake it to make it bit, which is fine, but there's levels.
Do you believe in a fake it to make it?
There's levels of it. You know, I'm sure there's certain things whereby I used to play cricket, right? When I first started all over the shop, I thought, right, and there was one season, right, I want to be a batsman, right? So I thought, I'm going to think like a batsman, even though I didn't have the ability, right? And I went out.
You knew you didn't have the ability.
Not to the level that I wanted to by the end, right? So I went out there and I said, right, I'm going to just hit whatever. And it took me a season and a half, and all of a sudden I started. So now, what I knew, I thought I didn't have the ability. When I said, no, I'm going to act like a batsman, and I went out there.
You became a batsman.
Yeah. It's like, because the being kicked in. So it's like, the mindset I had wasn't conducive with my ability. Whereas my mindset then adapted, the ability caught up.
Why do you feel, though, that so many men feel behind on their milestones?
It's a combination of their own belief systems. They don't believe themselves. Like I say, ultimately, we don't believe they're good enough. There's a sense of, imagine if I played full out and I'm shit.
But then I've tried.
Yeah, but where do I go now? So there's an element of holding back just in case. But where they fail is where they play full out. This is where coaches, mentors, other people, we will always see more in you than you do. Right? You're operating here. You know you can be here. Right? I know I see this, but you can't see this.
Yeah.
Right? And that's for every human being. I don't care where you are. Right? Some people might have the arrogance to think, I know I'm there. The other part
I think I've got the arrogance.
maybe that's fine. Arrogance is fine to the point where it doesn't belittle others, right? And it gets to a point whereby you're, and if it's serving you, it's fine. But that's the point. And some people might think, some people might think they're there, but we know they're there. But that's a different story. That's a different fact. That's a different counselling session.
Okay, another one would be, how can someone stop comparing their progress? That's a very good one. How can someone stop comparing their progress to others?
So we've got the philosophical answer, or I can give you the no BS answer.
We're going to do both.
Which one do you want first?
We'll do philosophical first, and then we'll give them...
Well, the philosophical one is, right, everybody's on their own journey.
Yeah.
Right, our backgrounds, our upbringing, our nature, our view, our perception of the world is very different. So you might be looking at someone else. Oh, they're the same age, same color, same upbringing. So I must be equal to them. So why have they got more money than me? Why have they got a better part than me? But you don't know the story behind it.
Yeah, you don't know what he's doing behind closed doors.
You don't know. So we intellectually know we don't know their story, but we still compare our Instagram reel to their Instagram reel, right? Even though we know that's just the highlight. Because that's
You're
the only
very aware that could have been 10 takes for that amazing photo.
We all know.
You know, yeah.
And we all still do. We want to put the 10 takes. We all get it. So we're all doing the very thing that we know we shouldn't compare, but we compare that, right? And also, on one level, it gives me an excuse to hold back a little bit. I'm not ready yet. Because look, they've got a better filter than me. I haven't got that filter yet.
So I can...
So it gives them a nice excuse just to maybe one day.
And
There's no bullshit answer.
Yep.
Who do you think you are? Comparing someone else. Who
Is
do
it
you
good?
think?
Is it... All right. Is it motivational?
Does it motivate you?
No, I don't really compare myself to others because I try and set my own...
There you go then.
Yeah.
There you go. If you compare yourself to others, you don't know what benchmark they're coming from.
All their journey.
All their journey, right?
Yeah.
But it's inevitable. When you see someone who's in a similar profession or similar, you think, oh, we should be. And the moment you start comparing, you're stagnant. You just cannot do anything else. You're just comparing. When you stop comparing, then you can take an action.
Mine's not really comparing. If you're in the same industry, I'm just questioning the hell out of you.
Perfect.
So how'd you do that? What'd you do? Okay.
So that's good though. Because you're looking, you're not arrogant thinking, you know what, I don't care what they're.
No,
I want to learn from them.
Yeah.
I want
If you're where I see that I want to get to, I'm going to ask how you got there. And we might not be able to take the same journey because we do
Every
things
journey's
differently,
different.
right?
Yeah.
But I'll try and, don't want to say steal, but take little bits and then build it in my own way.
But there's nothing new in the world.
Yeah.
So you never steal.
AI was new.
Huh?
Wasn't AI new?
No, it's been around for 40, 50 years.
So why is it big now?
Because the accessibility to the layperson. ChatGPT allowed everyone to use it. You don't think AI was around before because you don't have
See, do you know why this is good? I said I didn't know nothing about AI
Yeah.
earlier.
What do you think Facebook and Google been doing all these years? Tracking you and stuff. What do you think? AI's been around. What is actually true AI isn't available if you want to really go. These are large language models that have extreme logic, but let's not go into that argument. So ChatGPT allowed the layperson to experience AI at a way whereby it's easy to use. That's why I think it's not new. It's been 30, 40 years, even longer. But now the tools in these platforms allow us lay people who've got no tech experience to benefit from it.
How do you apply psychology to help leaders and entrepreneurs perform better?
So I say to them, do you feel fulfilled? 9 times out of 10, they say no. And it's not because I say, yeah, I've got the money, but it doesn't feel like that. If you remember that Only Fools Horses when they won the million, they won £1 million and they're all doing it. And then Del Boy goes to the flat and he sits there and he goes, it doesn't feel like that at all. So I work with a lot of CEOs, big companies, all the rest of it, and they're not fulfilled. And the reason they're not fulfilled, they think they're busy doing the thing when they haven't got time to enjoy it. So it's like, what's their mindset? Oh, I can't say no. Or if I stop doing it, the whole deck of cards gonna fall. So it's like, what's the conversation they're telling themselves that is keeping them where they are, right? And is it serving you? Right. And the simple question is, are you being the person you want to be? Well, no, I'm working 7 days a week. I haven't got time to. And when I do go on holiday, I'm just like exhausted. And then by the time I come back, I'm on it again. What's the point of life?
But isn't not everyone, can't speak to everyone. Most people, or when they think of getting well for the freedom that comes with it.
Exactly. And they don't enjoy the freedom. Because they think, I've got to do work, I've got to do this.
Because I think I'm building for freedom, right?
Yeah. The thing is, like, there's 3 things that it's freedom, security, acceptance. That's the only 3 drivers that humans
Acceptance,
have.
I think I got that one.
Well, yeah, whatever. It's no judgment. It's just is what it is. Whatever drives you. Some people, financial wealth is about security. For some people, it's for freedom. For some people, it's acceptance. You're accepted in the world, and it doesn't really matter which one it is. It's that those are the drivers, right? I was coaching someone just now before we met. A leader of a big law firm, right? And top of the game, financially quite secure, all the rest of it. And I said, what areas of your life are not happy? And there were certain areas he wasn't happy. And we said, okay. And it's just a different way of thinking about those things. And then you think a different way. Right, what's the action you can take? Then you take an action around it. You go and take the action, have a conversation here, put that in place, stop saying yes to everything, and then things happen. Now, there's only 3 things that occur when you take any action. You get what you want. Yeah. You don't get what you want, or a miracle.
Just 2. When does a miracle happen?
Miracle is the complete unexpected, oh my God, great thing, right? It's beyond expectation, right? Most people don't get miracles because they're afraid to take the action because they're afraid of getting what they don't want. So they play safe. They do just enough. They don't go full out. And that's why you see a lot of people settle. But they will give you the excuses. My circumstances, my mortgage, my partner, my health. They give it all. And then actually, when you rip it down, you've settled. And it's okay. The juxtaposition is they've settled, but they won't admit. That's where there's trauma then. That's where there's like unhappiness. Yeah. Because when you don't accept, you're fighting against the thing. And the more you resist it, the more unhappy you are.
Yeah, I think settling's the worst.
It is, but a lot of people are settled.
Yeah, but that's the worst. I think that's what drives me the most. Cool. That I will not settle. Good. Do you know what I mean? Because I think if you settle, it's the key route to unhappiness. Yeah, yeah. Because within yourself, as you said, within yourself, you're always going to be very aware. Within yourself, you're not going to be speaking it out that you settled. You didn't strive for what you really wanted. If you strive for what you might just, that's the key thing, you might just get it.
So in your experience, those people who don't really go after what they want, what do you think is going on with them? In any walk of life?
Fear.
Fear of what?
Fear of not achieving, or fear of losing what you currently have. Like, by trade, I'm a contractor, right? And I speak to a lot of people that work in-house in the industry that I work in. And generally, as contractors will earn more. And there's always a funny line where they're like, oh yeah, but contracting, it swings and roundabouts, right? You might be out of work, you might be in work. And I'm like, but I've done this for such a long time that this serves me. Do you know what I mean? I know that I make more contracting than I would in-house. I've got the flexibility, the freedom. And I think it kind of guides you into entrepreneurship, right? Because you have to balance. Remember, if you take a holiday as a contractor, you don't make any money. If you're working for, I don't want to say the man, but the company, and you take a holiday, you're going to get your holiday pay. So it's a security that you're afraid to lose. So a lot of people will fail. I'll be like, look, if you come over here, mate, you're going to make a lot more money. And he's like, yeah, mate, but on the holidays. I was like, in the nicest way possible, I'll go on more holidays than you. Or, you know, but it's the fear of the unknown.
It is, and this is the way the British society is evolved is whereby the job is security, and we know it's not the security, and that we live in a time now where AI has entered our world. It's not even, think of our 24-hour clock. We're at 5 minutes past midnight as far as AI is concerned. We're not even hit the surface of what's going to change, and it's like Darwin said that it's not the most intelligent, it's not the strongest, it's not the one with the most wealth. It's the one who adapt to change will survive.
How can mindset work support men's mental health? This is a good one for me. Men's mental health. How can mindset work?
Well, think about men's mental health, right? Mental health. It's how healthy your mind operates, right?
Yeah.
And what are the reoccurring themes? So where we have people, I want to differentiate between clinical depression. Clinical depression is a medical condition here, right? So it's not about someone having a dark day. There's serious reasons behind it and medical interventions.
We're talking somewhere.
Yeah. So we're talking about people who, through their own thinking, thought process, can change their mental health. But the first part is admitting, do you know what? I am unhappy. I am sad. I'm not fulfilled. It's then saying, okay, are you prepared to think a certain way? But before you even enter the possibility of a different way of thinking, they come up with a load of excuses. I'm not strong enough. I can't do it.
I came up with an excuse while you was just talking.
Yeah, there you go.
But it was, all right, what I was thinking about is something pisses me off, right? I want to get over it really quickly. What would be the best way to overcome that?
Well, you get over quickly, yeah?
Yeah, I want to get I want to. Like, my thing was, if something's like, we'll talk about mindset here being something, it's not pissed off, wrong word, drags you into a sense or a state of depression, or you're feeling down, you're unmotivated. What's the best way to drag yourself back out of that in a quick
Accept
way?
the situation. Accept the thing what it is. Don't have to like it. As soon as you accept something, in itself increases energy. You accept what it is. You don't like it. Let's take a relationship breakup.
Yeah.
You don't want to break up in a relationship, and you do everything you can to mend the relationship. But no, it's gone now. It's gone. As long as you deny it, cry about it, anger about it, and there's all normal emotions. We've all been there. Right? I've been there.
Yeah.
Right. The moment you accept what it is, it's your start of recovery. Right. As soon as you accept it is, she ain't coming back. He ain't coming back. It's ended. You don't like it. Now you're on your road to recovery. Right. Okay. Where do I look? How do I serve me? Let me focus on me and all those things. Right. You lose your job. No, it's unfair. Should have gone. Didn't get the promotion. Oh, it's unfair. Oh, I didn't win that game. Oh, it's unfair. As soon as the moment of acceptance is the moment. And what people is they don't accept. They resist. It is what it is, but it doesn't mean you accept what it is. It is what it is, and they say, okay, now I know what it is. What can I do to change it? Acceptance is the antidote. Is absolutely to recovery. And where we have people have mental health issues, especially in men, is they look at their life and they think, I should be here, based on my age, based on my my so-called social status. Oh my God. He's got that money and he's got that partner. I haven't. Therefore, I'm less. I'm not enough. Then there's a dialogue. So it comes down to I'm not enough, and they look for evidence here to say, oh, I've got the car, I'm enough. I've got the girl, I'm enough. I've got the money, I'm enough. Now, if you've got none of those things, are you enough? The only way you get that level of strength is, can you be happy and accept who you are without any of those things? I'll give you a situation, right? Personal situation is, after the divorce, I've had two serious relationships since the divorce, and for various reasons, didn't work out. And I was sort of seeing someone last year, and it was me doing more of the pushing than them. And then it got to a point, Chris, you know what? This ain't working for me. I'm done. So
This was you that said I'm done.
I'm done. I'm done, right? So this was around Christmas time, so I'm done. I ended it, right? And I just realised that people are going to hear this and not. Okay, anyway. We gotta go there.
But
right?
yeah, go on, we're in now. We're in.
Right, and then I came around February, March time. I accepted that. Do you know what? I'm happy. I will accept that I'll never be with someone again in my life, and the only way I
hold on. You accepted that you'll never be with somebody again.
And I said, do you know, I'm okay with that, and I'm happy. I'm happy, and if someone does enter my life, they have to make me happier, not happy.
100%. Yeah.
No, it's difference. A lot of people go into relationships say, be happy. So they might say, I'm this. Oh, if I had someone here, I can now be happy. I've got that ticked. I've got a nice job. I've got money. I've got a car, but I haven't got this thing. So if I got this, and now I'm complete. No. I'm complete before. Right? I don't need the house. I don't need the money. I don't need the girl. I'm complete. I'm happy. So I got to the point around early this year. I thought, you know what? The things I can control around my business, my work, how I show up for my self-health, I know what I need to do every single day, right?
Yeah.
Anything I can't control that adds to my life has to make me happier. So I accepted not having it. So I let go of needing anything. Let go of looking, needing, etc.
So you felt like you needed it before?
There's an element of, needed it. Element of, it needs to complete me. Element of, well, who am I? You know, would you want to be lonely the rest of your life? And all this sort of shit, right?
Yeah.
I thought, no, actually. And the moment I decided that, I was free. I was happy. Doing my thing, all the rest of it. And then bang, something happened, which we won't go to, right?
Yeah.
Just something came out of the blue. And I was like, oh my God, this is what it looks like, right?
And that's
it made it, and made it happier. Then I look at incidents in my business life in terms of, all of a sudden, there's a couple of business things that occurred that I thought wouldn't occur. One happened yesterday. I can't talk about it on the podcast, but I'll tell you after. But one happened yesterday. I thought, oh my God, the thing I wanted has occurred. And another thing happened 2 weeks ago. 2 business things happened that I thought was not within my realm of possibility. And my own bullshit mindset, I didn't deserve it. It won't happen to me. It won't happen to me. It happens to them. I let go of all that shit. Blank slate. All of a sudden, it's like a thing. Now, this is the way I look at it, is those opportunities were there for me. Because I was in a mindset of slightly desperate, or maybe, no, that can't happen to me. It's too good to be true. I sort of self-sabotaged it. Make sense? As soon as I say, do you know what? I'm happy. I'm good. Anything comes to me, I'm going to accept what it is. Things start popping.
Key thing, self-belief.
An element of skill belief, but an element of acceptance. And not, the upset is the distance between what you want and what actually happens.
Yeah.
Because if what you want doesn't happen, the bigger the distance, the bigger the upset.
Let's end this on some rapid fire questions. Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Morning workout or late night brainstorm?
Morning workout.
A value you live by now?
Say again?
A value you live by now?
Oh, I'm never late. Integrity. Do what I say what I do. 100%.
I can confirm that.
Yeah. And I promise you now, whatever interactions you have in the rest of my life, I will never be late.
Yeah. One book or quote that stuck with you?
Quote, be the change you want to see in others.
A habit that changed your life?
It was the health discipline, saying, right, going to the gym and become a gym goer as opposed to someone who goes to the gym.
TEDx talk or coaching session, which feels more impactful?
Oh, coaching session all day long. TEDx talk is just, coaching session all day long.
Wasn't the TEDx talk a big deal though?
It was a big deal, but it's like when people think TEDx talk it is a big deal, and it was great. But in terms of my personal fulfillment, coaching intervention.
100%. One piece of advice for someone who feels behind.
They're not.
Elaborate on it a little bit.
Well, they're not. What are they measuring against? Their own benchmark? Well, who set that benchmark?
They did.
Yeah, well then, have a look at it.
What, meant to lower my benchmark if I
No,
fall
not
behind
lower,
it?
not lower. Lower doesn't mean lower. Is that you think you're behind. Imagine that you're actually exactly where you are. Now where do you need to accelerate, push, right? Because if you think you're behind, then to get to the point where you are, you're then at zero. You want to get to zero? You're starting at zero all the time. Now push.
Perfect. And on that,
We're done? Top man.
if you've made it this far, thank you. At GHH, we want to have conversations that help change men's mental and physical health for the better. If Baiju's story resonated with you, drop us a comment, share this episode, and please subscribe. We release new conversations every other week. You will find Baiju's details in the description below if you want to connect with him. Take care of yourself and look out for each other. This episode of the GHH podcast is brought to you by My Workplace Wellness, helping UK businesses take better care of their people. From stress management and preventative health checks to on-site massage, yoga, and wellness workshops, they make support affordable, practical, and tailored for real working lives. If your company's not investing in well-being yet, this is your sign to start. Want to check them out? All the details are in the description below.